This technology has transformed everything. When you empower the kids, it allows them to see themselves in a multitude of ways that weren't there before.
The adjective in the name is special, not separate. But in the early years of Special Olympics, athletes with intellectual disabilities participated with and competed against only one another. Add another adjective to the equation, and you have unified sports. This innovation brings together people with and without intellectual disabilities for a more inclusive, enlightening experience for all.
Special Olympics athletes and anyone can just play together no matter what, barriers or differences we have.
It allows us to connect with others and build relationships with others.
I always have fun every time I go to basketball and stuff like that. Every time I see all my friends, we handshake and tap hug. Totally awesome.
The benefits flow in all directions in an educational, inspiring process for the unified partners, teammates without intellectual disabilities.
Joining the program is almost a selfish thing because no matter how much you give, you get more back.
1, 2, 3, teammates in!
It's not me or she, it's us, and it's we.
This movement was born from a real-world experience, which gave birth to a vision.
The inspiration for unified sports came from when I worked at Devra State School. People really weren't treated well when you brought them out of the institutions. So my idea of the whole change came about when we didn't have enough people to put together floor hockey teams. I put together Bridgewater State College kids with athletes, and I knew it would just change everything for folks because once you're on a team with somebody, your whole idea of them changes significantly.
Bo Doherty was tireless in his efforts to promote his idea. In 1983, he was invited to present to Eunice Kennedy Shriver and her staff to help take his local program global.
I remember her biggest thing with me was, how can I ensure that athletes are still the major focus? The problem was it was a little bit ahead of its time and it didn't resonate well with most people.
Used to be in education years ago, they'd have their own separate room. Now in education, we have them involved and they're with us.
To see all these unified schools, unified sports means so much to me. You're showing the world that we can interact, we can be friends.
People just forget about and just think, oh, there's gonna be polar opposites between these two kids. They're not gonna be able to play together. When you're playing the sport, there's no difference between whether you're a partner or an athlete.
In little more than 7 years, Bo had piloted the program in 10 states, and Eunice Kennedy Shriver had fully embraced the unified sports model.
I can't tell you how happy I was because it had been a long time trying to get the program going.
He did something to change the world in a very positive way.
Bo's simple idea to foster inclusion through diverse teams is now one of the most successful components of Special Olympics. There are 1.6 million unified teammates competing in over 30 sports. The program is truly global, and its positive effects are far-reaching, with 87% of unified sports participants located in countries outside of the United States.
The program's successful, first of all, because it's fun. And in addition to that, it's important. People like to be a part of a project that has social impact.
Scores of companies and professional organizations and athletes, including WWE and its superstars, have partnered with Unified Sports to help spread the message of inclusion and a whole lot of joy.
A really wonderful trend to see is how sport federations have identified the need to focus in on participation and inclusion.
As it is for everyone who participates in unified sports, the fun and learning go both ways. Special Olympics athletes are a source of inspiration for everyone. When we look out at all of you, we see nothing but champions. Eunice Kennedy Shriver took the unifying power of peaceful competition and turned it into a force for social change. Unified sports is a natural evolution of that original idea, and the movement's momentum continues to grow.
I'm more inspired by my kids a lot of times than I hope to inspire them. I think unified sports is a perfect platform to create a world that is loving, that is respectful, that especially in the sports world, shows what sportsmanship and class looks like.
Sitting back in a surreal moment, thinking, boy, are you kidding me? Look what's happened. Really made inclusion something real, not just a name, but something real.